Hello and welcome. I am Wischin, also known as Ippolit Wischinski. In times of cancel culture and wokeness as the predominating state of mind amongst artists, and especially among filmmakers, I will offer you an approach to the cinematic art that reconnects with the traditional arts and spiritual wisdom. Almost every movie has a hero. Many of you may have heard of Joseph W. Campbell's book, The Hero with a Thousand Faces, describing all the mythological similarities of the journeys of heroes of all the great civilizations and their cultures around the world ever since the Gilgamesh epos, all the way up to James Joyce and his Ulysses. Some screenwriting teachers have tried to turn Campbell's findings into ready-made formulas, but I think that's a bad idea. Let me try to give you a different approach. Sometimes we call the hero the protagonist, sometimes the main character. What's the difference? Well, in classical dramaturgy, founded upon Aristotle's poiesis, every story has a protagonist and an antagonist, almost like in a ring fight. The protagonist wants a thing, and the antagonist doesn't want the protagonist to get it. This is what creates drama, and it is for that very reason that this is not very cinematic. Let me share my view on that topic with you. To me, the hero of a movie looks like that. Can you guess what I mean by that picture? As we have stated before, any film needs polarity in order to have an inner tension that drives the characters and the story. The two sides of that system are represented here by the green and the red field. The blue square, somewhat stuck in the middle, that's our hero, stuck in between antagonistic worlds. Let's say the blue square is the least comfortable place for anyone to be. It is precisely where the two worlds clash most forcefully. Of course, it is also the most interesting place to be. It's like being able to watch dangerous sharks from the safety of inside a shark cage. The hero takes us to the dangerous but interesting place. He is our shark cage, so to speak. We look at the struggle through the hero's eyes, and it is our empathy that takes us there. While in antiquity, a heros was anybody with a formidable lifestyle, mostly brave warriors, our more modern idea of a hero is that of a go-between, like the life of Jesus, who acted as a bridge between the physical human world and God. More so in this depiction of his betrayal at the Garden of Gethsemane. We see the apostles on one side, the guards of the high priests on the other. There is tension in this image between those two sides, something we called last time a dramatic battery. The true drama is happening inside the eye of that dramatic hurricane, if you allow a different image. So, when we aim to create metaphysical drama, we need to establish the environment where the hero is forced to act and make tough decisions. It is like being stuck between heaven and hell, which is actually what the human condition is all about. We have to make the right choices, and those are the tough ones. Let's take a look at how Stanley Kubrick establishes his hero in one of his best pictures, Paths of Glory from 1957. It all starts with the depiction of the world of the French generals during the Great War. Look at this general's headquarters. He lives like a king. Kubrick sure spared no costs to give us this amazing location. Now contrast that with the world of the common soldier. This is his view. Trenches, mud, no man's land. And our story is starting the moment those two worlds collide. We know where these officers are coming from. Time for our hero to show up. Who would be better suited to be our hero than Kirk Douglas? And look what he's doing. He's washing off the dirt of World 2 and puts on his uniform to be suited for meeting his commanding officer from World 1. When he learns that his men are supposed to attack enemy positions the next day, he is in a terrible situation. Unlike the generals, this colonel is close to his men and knows them by their first names. The audience immediately recognizes him as the hero, not because of what he does, but because of the position he is in. So, what makes us recognize a hero? Most notably, he is positioned in between antagonistic worlds. Fate has given him the least comfortable place to be. He is forced to act as some sort of middleman. This is because he either belongs to none or to both of the two sides that are fighting. There is a natural tension that threatens to tear our hero apart. He is the incarnation of a dilemma, and empathy puts us in his shoes. Storytelling creates that magical what if that prepares us for tough decisions which we might face one day ourselves. In many cases, the hero has to decide whether to walk the path of duty or desire. As is the case with a well-known story like Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. In this tale, Romeo is the hero and he has to choose between family honor and passionate love. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well. Have you seen the Brazilian movie City of God? Remember the opening scene and how our hero is established right away by having him in a tough spot between the criminal youth gangs and the corrupt police forces. It is only after we have established the worlds and the hero's place that we zoom back in time to start the story from the beginning. If you want to watch that scene, pause the video and click on the link in the description below before we wrap things up for this time. My friends, that's it again. Next week we shall take a look at the other characters surrounding the hero. The meanies, the sidekicks, the love interests, and also the minor roles. What is their function in our transcendental dramaturgy? Let's find out. See you around, and God bless.